All right. Well, all right. Do you want to? When should we start? When should we open up the pot? We're live in 5, 4, 3, 2.
No, you got to do it like.
Why are you counting up? When do you end? Anyway. Okay, we're back. Bellhop Productions podcast. Hear me out, Ryan Quigley, Ephraim Bernie. We have some brand spanking new mics.
Look at this.
We're almost...
It only took us an hour and a half to figure out how to use them.
Well, it's because, honestly, I really hope that we show...
Let's show them. Yeah.
We ordered this... Granted that this was a discount mic that we got on sale.
Yeah.
But we ordered this, and we tried this one. I understand I ordered 3. Mm-hmm. 2 of them work. One of them is at my house. Mm-hmm. But this one doesn't work. So newer.
Sounds a little older to me.
Oh, okay. We're going to receive a lawsuit.
Yeah, can't teach an old dog newer tricks.
But nobody's perfect. I'll probably just send it back. They'll probably send me another one.
Yeah.
All will be fine.
All will be fine.
But anyway, we always start with a little story. And why should today be any different? Why?
Why? I don't know why.
I think that you had... Didn't you tell me that you had something?
I have many things. But one of the things that just happened this morning.
Yeah.
When you were coming over here, you dropped off some boxes for our new mics. And we got a little exchange with Tony, my doorman, who is, I don't know how, if you've ever talked to Tony, but Tony is my best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've grown up around him. Every day he says happy birthday to me.
He's a really nice guy.
He's a very nice guy.
But my only experience with him is that I'll walk in. First of all, I was coming here at least a few times a week.
Yeah.
For maybe 6 months before he ever recognized that I was not a dangerous person.
Sure.
And
that's an adequate amount of time.
And even so, he has never shown any sort of expression with me. It's always, hi, hey man, how are you? Good. How are you?
He's great.
Yeah,
he does everything
really
a doorman should do.
Yeah.
Tony, if you're watching this, we're very proud.
Yeah.
But today...
you think he's listening?
Yeah, I think he's listening right now. Well, for one, I want to know, this is also a shout out to Jake Brown. Jake Brown is one of my oldest friends. Mm. And Jake used to have very long hair. And he would come over he would come over and hang out after school, middle school, MSC. Manhattan School for Children. And just so you know.
This is not, they are not endorsing us.
Yeah, no. Neither is Newer, apparently.
Yeah.
Jake would come over after school, we'd hang out, and Tony would get a kick out of, he would always say, so is that your girlfriend?
Oh, no, Tony, that's not appropriate.
And it's not even like, haha, look at these two guys hanging out.
It wasn't making fun of gay people.
No, he wasn't making it. I think he honestly thought that Jake was a girl for a long time.
Tony.
But today he said, I walked down, I didn't have shoes on. I came outside, I picked up and he says, you can't be working without any shoes on. And I'm like, what do you mean? He says, where I come from? He says, do you know the holes on the bottom of your feet? And I'm like, no. He says, what is the English word for the holes on the bottom of your feet? And I'm like, pores? He says, you have those? You walk around, your feet fall off.
Oh, no. Oh, dear. Well, at least he has a positive outlook.
He's like, I used to walk around without shoes all the time.
Yeah.
Look what happened to me.
Now I make uncomfortable jokes.
Now I wish you happy birthday every day.
Did I ever tell you his big zinger with me?
What's his big zinger with you?
I walked in, the first time I brought that, remember the old podcast that we used for a quick little powwow?
Yeah.
That big one that we broke on the shoot day that I still haven't fixed?
Yeah.
It's like a 3-foot long bag.
Yeah.
For this tripod. It's like a heavy-duty tripod. I really hate it.
Okay.
But it was gifted to me, and it's held up great so far until that day.
Sure.
And I walk in with it. He goes, hey, whoa. Don't go shooting me now. And I go, what? He goes,
oh, God,
he goes, that's, I see, I won't ask what you got in there. And I was like, it's a tripod. He goes, no, I know that's a rifle. And I was like, you caught me. He really needs to work on. He needs to work on his joke construction.
Yeah,
overall. I think it's a timing thing.
Well, also, he's the doorman. He should know if you're like it is well within his right to check if you have a rifle.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. I didn't even think about that. We really are burying the lead with it.
Yeah,
it very well could. He didn't ask me to prove it. Very well could have been a rifle.
Tony, I'm a big fan.
He's a really nice guy.
Big fan.
But then there's this your other dorm. They've all since like recognized my face.
Yeah.
Whether it's me walking with a bag or if I have a coffee, whatever.
All the different looks.
Yeah. They now recognize me, but there was another guy who would always really panic when I walked in.
Oh no.
The shorter guy. We shouldn't paint a picture of him, but he really always. Where are you going? The Bernie's. Okay. He would always need to call up.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, and I'd be like, buddy, come on.
I look, I have a great affinity for all these men. These are the heroes in my life.
It takes a village.
It takes a village, you know. Yeah. They raised me.
Okay.
I am testament to nurture over nature.
Yeah, hey man.
Yeah.
I really believe that when you say it. Anyways.
That's why I have allergies.
They didn't build up your immune system quick enough. Let's move on.
Let's move on, I say.
Because you're leading the podcast today for the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, sure, why not?
You're probably going to lead the second half. I'm taking today off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to say there's a whole bunch of stuff that I wanted to throw our way. One of the things that I realized, because I went to see, now it's going to be totally outdated, but I went to see It Chapter 2.
It Too.
It Too. And so I went in there. I went to see it with my sister. And
for the people at home who don't know what it is.
It is a story about a clown that sounds like Winnie the Pooh.
Sure.
You haven't seen it, you'll know.
I don't watch scary movies, so I truly have no idea.
Well, that's the thing. This movie isn't very scary. It's actually kind of funny. Like, Bill Hader is doing some of his best comedic material in this.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
They like to cut off every kind of moment that could be kind of serious, with Bill Hader coming in and saying, dude, don't be gay.
What?
Like he says,
wow.
That's the kind of stuff that he says in this.
That's really interesting because the way they're marketing it, I thought that Bill Hader was doing serious acting in it because he has the 70s haircut with the big glasses and stuff.
Yeah. It's not. I mean, it's good. They're all decent actors in it, but I'm sitting there and I'm totally like an old man because I didn't see It Chapter 1. And I'm sitting there angry that I don't understand anything. And I'm like, this is a bad movie because I don't know what's going on.
So it's like you need to see It 1 before you see It 2.
Well, the whole point is that It 1 is you know everything. They tell you all the important stuff. And in It 2, you're just supposed to relish in the glory of how stupid this thing is.
Fair enough.
The other thing that I realized while watching, and I probably shouldn't say this because it will cut 75% of our audience out, but I hate teenagers.
Oh no, this is a horrible idea. Well, maybe if you justify it too, because we only have. Well, here I just want to give everybody context as to what we're about to do.
Yeah,
we only have 110, 115 subscribers.
Well, how about 25 after that?
And I want to say that maybe guesstimating 60% of our following, they are teenagers.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
I can say I hate teenagers. I think their problems are stupid. But what I've really figured out is that I don't hate real teenagers. I hate what older men think that teenagers are up to now when they write stories about them. I hate those teenagers.
You hate the fictionalized ideal of what a teenager.
Teenagers nowadays are doing great. They're doing much more than I was doing when I was all those 2 years ago when I was a teenager.
Yeah. I feel like teenagers are way smarter today.
I think they are too.
I think they're way worse conversationalists.
That's pretty fair, but also we're not.
That's coming from a bad conversationalist. But I'm somebody I could say, oh, that person's an excellent conversationalist.
Yeah.
Or I could say, I'm a better conversationalist, which is the worst worst
incel to be.
Yeah, but but continue on your.
I get what, and we could circle around back to this.
Yeah,
but because I look, like I watch a lot of movies, and I watch a lot of movies.
You watch everything.
I try to.
Yeah.
But there's Netflix is a great example. They have this whole genre of teen movies, right? That nobody has ever acted like that before. In fact, there's a whole meme going on right now on TikTok, which we'll do a little plug for TikTok later. Because we're
doing it later?
Well, hey, watch us on TikTok right now.
At Bellhop Productions. We have...
X out of this bad video and watch a shorter bad video.
It'll waste way less time. You'll decide that you don't like us way faster.
But there's a whole thing on TikTok now where they're pulling that thing from Tall Girl. I'm sure you've seen it if you've scrolled through enough of it. But there's that movie Tall Girl where the girl she's too tall to be dated. Like nobody likes her because she's 6 feet tall or whatever.
That's the idea?
Yeah, that's the idea. Which is
I haven't watched. I don't watch anything. It's crazy.
It's a ridiculous. And one of her lines in it, she says, she's like, "My life is hard. I wear size 13 sneakers. Men's size 13 sneakers. Beat that." And there's a whole thing going around where like people will go on there and it's like they'll respond to like, my parents have just died.
Oh no.
They'll be like I have no eyesight.
Oh no.
I don't know. Like
that's a poor choice by them.
Yeah. And so whoever is writing, because I know it's not teenagers. Teenagers are not writing movies right now, or at least movies picked up by Netflix.
What do you think we're doing?
Oh.
Yeah.
So somebody out there is like, this is what teenagers want to see. They want to see It Chapter 2, which is these kids I don't like. Look, they're dealing with
spoiler alert
now.
Skip to the next time code if you don't want any of this vague information.
Let me know. So what what it is like, yeah, of course they have these problems, right? They're like, oh, this isn't a spoiler. There's a clown in it that's trying to kill them. There you go. But
that sounds like the most important part.
Their stuff is just like, okay, so here's a great example. There's the kid. They all had one personality trait in the first movie, from what I understand, because they do a lot of flashbacks because they realize nobody wants to watch the kids older. They only watched It 1 because they liked the kids. So they put the kids in this new one, right?
Yeah.
And each one of them seems to only have one personality trait. There's the chubby kid, the brave boy with a stutter, the girl, that's
her thing. That's her only thing.
That's her only thing is that
girl.
She's the girl, which is so sad.
But these are based off of like novel, like it is a
novel.
It's a novel that happened long ago.
But it was written thing that people don't talk about. Well, maybe they do.
Not to make an excuse.
Not to make an excuse. But Stephen King does not remember writing the book It.
Really?
Because he was so high on cocaine.
Oh, boy.
And so
maybe that's why we're not successful.
I think it probably is.
Yeah.
But and that's why the story, I don't think it's a good story because there is no story. It is, it's just a madman writing, an admittedly a genius, a great storyteller, but he was just high out of his mind and wrote, like, in this moment, little Jimmy John goes downstairs to the pharmacy and a guy with one eye shows up and vomits on him. And we never talk about that again. And it's just a bunch of vignettes like that.
That's the entire movie?
Yeah, essentially, until they all face off. And the moral of the story is bullying is actually okay if you've been bullied.
What goes around comes around.
Because that's how they beat the clown, is they bully him to death.
Really?
Yeah. Sorry, that's an actual spoiler.
Yeah. So they're just like, you're ugly.
Yeah.
You're stupid.
They go around, they're like, you're a stupid clown. And he just starts shrinking into a baby.
He shrinks into a baby?
He turns into a little baby.
You know, this is really making me want to watch it.
Yeah. But there's a moment in it. Come back to this point. We have to put a time code here. Now you can come back and watch again. There's a moment in It Chapter 2, which I laughed out loud, crying in the audience.
Really?
It was funnier than anything we have ever written.
Well, that's not saying much.
Yeah, that's not saying much. But there's a moment in it where... the girl grown up, I forget the actress's name. The girl who's grown up now goes to visit her old apartment because she's trying to find a token, a totem or something. She's trying to find this thing to beat the clown. And there's an old lady who lives in her apartment now. And there's a moment where she's like looking through old pictures and the lady goes to get her some cookies. And in the background, this is obviously supposed to be very scary. In that you see in the back, the little old lady's walking down the hallway, and she's about to leave frame when she does a little jig.
She does like an Irish, like a river dance.
And it's because you're supposed, oh my God, it's the clown. The clown has turned into this lady because the clown dances. But I didn't know that.
You just thought she was excited.
She leaves, and she seriously is about to leave frame, and she goes like.
I do that one more time. Do it one more time for the thumbnail.
She's leaving the stage. She's like.
And they do that in this movie they haven't yet introduced that the clown is a dancer.
If they had, I certainly wasn't paying attention.
Oh man!
And the lead here, the best joke is she's naked. Why?
She's naked?
She's this little naked old lady.
Wait,
doing this little dance.
Hey, why is she naked?
I don't know. I think the director thought like, ooh, that'll be scary.
But for what it's worth, we do that all the time with our stuff. Ooh, that'll be funny. Ooh.
But the thing that what really started making me laugh, because I kept laughing throughout the whole scene in the theater, and everybody hated me. But the thing that I kept thinking about was this poor, naked old actress on this set. Is a crew of 25, and this director is trying to get across to her that she's a clown that's dancing. And they've done like 7 takes so far, and the director is getting frustrated, and he's coming in and he's like, no, you are the clown right now. Have you seen the first one? There's a clown and he dances. You're that clown. And she's like, I don't understand. How can I'm the old lady? I'm not a clown.
What if she's a method actor?
Yeah, exactly.
She really immerses herself.
She went to clowning school.
I'm a demon. I'm a clown demon.
And the scene culminates where there's this weird reveal that the clown is this old lady's grandfather. And then she comes out, and the big scare is she comes running out, and she's naked, and she's turned into a big monster old lady. But it's the monster, like she's a monster old, like she's got a big giraffe neck. And
you see, that's the stuff I'm out.
Yeah.
That stuff freaks me out.
But it wouldn't scare you because it looks like something from Left 4 Dead. Which came out in like 2007.
Which I was also too scared to play when it came out.
Okay, well there you go.
Yeah.
It looks like old Xbox 360 graphics.
That's shocking that they're able to pay Bill Hader.
Yeah.
But they can't get a good, graphic animator to.
Well, I think they get a little sloppy. Because it's maybe 15 frames where this monster is on.
15 frames.
Like
that's like a little more than half a second.
Like it's super quick. She's running at you. Like that's their whole bit is that you never really see the monsters because they're always running at you. But it's probably longer than that. But it's like if you really pay close attention, you can see, oh, that's That's like old Pixar. That's what Woody used to look like.
Yeah. Oh boy.
But that's enough on it chapter 2, eh?
Right. Yeah, no, actually we've just reached 20 minutes, so I think it's about time for our halftime break.
Okay. Bing, bing, bing.
Bellhop Productions, Hear Me Out podcast. Ryan quickly, Ephraim, Bernie. We'll be back in a second.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
We're back.
Back at it again.
Before we get into our second half,
okay,
I just want to take some time to remind everybody, if they haven't already, please follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. They're all at Bellhop Productions, except Twitter. That's at Bellhop Tweets. Bellhop Productions was too long. We could have been Bellhop Production.
Was it really?
It was too long.
Oh, that's
so they made us take Bellhop Tweets.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
But yeah, no, and also we're on a brand spanking new app called Rumble.
Which is
funnily enough the only place we're having any success.
And it's because nobody's on it.
Yeah. There's nothing else.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you want to do it, I'm sure.
I actually like it a lot. I do like the app a lot.
Like you consume it?
Yeah.
I totally don't.
Well,
but I probably shouldn't say that. But I mean, I have fun doing them.
Yeah, they're fun to do.
Yeah, it's something really different. But anyway, and also please, if you haven't already, give this video a like and maybe give us a subscribe if we're not annoying you too much.
Give us a subscribe. Go on our Patreon. Throw us 25 cents.
Do we have anything on our Patreon? I've totally forgotten about that.
We don't have anything on it. Well, we have stuff that we offer people, but
no one's taken us up on it.
No one would. Why would anybody?
That's an excellent point.
Yeah.
That's an excellent point. If you want to make us look like idiots, go check out our Patreon. And we'll give you the stuff that we say we will.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but
I've totally forgotten. But you have our word.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's move on.
Let's move on. First thing, this is a total but this is, you like this shirt on me.
It's a great shirt.
It's a great shirt. You want to know what? This is a woman's size small shirt.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. In fact,
I was going to say you look rather curvy.
I was going to say I wore it on purpose.
Are you trying to impress me again?
I'm trying to impress our lovely viewers.
Great.
Okay, but someone who is not impressed is no, that's not true. Is Emily? I wanted to tell you.
I didn't want to be the first one to say the name.
No, exactly. Emily said to me.
Did you hear that person screaming?
That screaming.
That deathly scream.
That's Emily screaming.
Oh, Emily! Anyway, yeah.
She. I'll explain who Emily is in just a second. But Emily she watches all of our podcasts. She's a big fan, or our biggest fan, perhaps.
Yeah.
But she.
I think you
started texting me.
Go ahead. Yeah.
What
Who is she? Why are we putting this off?
Okay. Well, no, I wanted to. Okay.
I don't want to ruin your story.
Yeah.
But even I'm growing curious.
Okay. Emily is my new girlfriend. We talk a lot about Hey.
So ladies, stay away.
Stay away, ladies.
No more.
I don't know why what you were what you were doing with those weapons in your hands. We talk a lot about Ryan's girl Francesca. She's made some features on our shows.
I mean, not in person.
Not in person, but she's been discussed. And Emily is a new recent development with me, and I'm a little crazy about her.
Yeah, you really like this girl.
I really do.
I'm very shocked. No, she seems very lovely. I haven't talked to her. I haven't met her, but she seems lovely.
Well, she is very lovely. I'm a big fan of hers. But what I wanted to say is she watched our first podcast, right? And she's texting me while she's watching it, and when we get to the cow part, she says, she's like, you're actually wrong there with where the cows come from. The cows are from like a place, and she's giving me this whole piece of description, like why Europe is the place where the cows come from, and she's talking about the chickens and stuff like that. And then I'm like, just wait a little bit longer. And then she texts me, and she's like, fuck, I'm the chicken anthropologist.
Yes. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's so cool. It turns out you were dating the chicken anthropologist.
I was the whole time. What a twist.
Time. I have a quick extension
on the cows.
Of our cow milking discussion.
Yes.
On our very first podcast, we discussed how the classic joke, oh, whoever started drinking milk first, what was he doing with the cow? Like, is that overrated?
Yeah.
I said, well, even if it's not, you always saw the calves drinking milk.
Yeah.
And it's still kind of weird that this guy saw the calves and said, you know what? I think I'm going to get me a sip of that.
Yeah,
I want some of what they're having.
Previously on
It makes
Hear Me
you
Out.
think, because if that's truly the line of logic, people must have been drinking dog milk, cat milk. Why did they stop at cows?
Yeah.
Is my question. They should
Emily.
Whoever did that was probably out there milking every mammal.
You've probably already explained this to me, but send us a text when you see this explaining why, because she knows.
Really?
I think she does.
So is she Bellhop Productions?
Our fact checker
our zoologist.
Now. Yeah, our zoologist.
Our zoologist.
Well,
/
she's really just the everyologist because she is actually smart.
That's we're. Well, I don't know what she's doing hanging around us. But that's good news to have.
Well, that's
anyway.
the thing, right? The thing that I was nervous about saying, right, is my big fear is I come out here and I'm like, hey, it's my new girlfriend, Emily. And then she watches this and texts me, she says, I'm not your girlfriend.
Imagine, like, she's like,
she's like,
I'm not
oh, you
this.
really just misunderstood all of
No,
this.
this is.
She's like, I'm your pen pal.
We need to have a discussion, Ephraim, about where we're at.
But that was
I just like discussing animals.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing that is really to piggyback off of what you're saying, why does she hang out? There's this weird feeling, and I don't know if you get this. I would assume that you do. But when you're dating someone who is just much more attractive than you are.
Sure, yeah.
And you feel like you're just a bad person.
It's just, yeah. How did I cheat? Like what cheat code did I use?
Well, I'm thinking is like people are watching because I live my whole life like it's a big TV show, and people I like to imagine that people are watching me, my life.
Yeah.
Which is a whole other subject for a different day. But when I started going out with Emily, I kind of got this vibe in the back of my head where I'm like, people are watching, they're like, oh, well, that's not real. It's not something that happens in real life.
Like on Curb Your Enthusiasm with Larry David's wife. You're like, this is, come on.
Yeah. Well, it's like, I feel like Homer Simpson. And I've said to her, I'm like, this is like, I feel like I'm not a feminist just because I'm just... I'm taking away your freedom to date someone much better looking than me. Emily,
you've been brainwashed.
You've been brainwashed, but I'm glad that it worked.
But anyway, I'm sure we're going to have lots of time to talk about Emily on the rest of our podcasts and the rest of our shows and everything. I think right now, it's time
for
we switch to web fishing.
Web fishing with Jim Schulman.
Web fishing with Ephraim.
Web fishing with Ephraim Burney. New segment that was bad the first time and will be worse now.
All right.
So I learned from my previous mistake of it's hard to find real clickbait. So now what I'm doing is I'm going off of the Clickbait Reddit, the Reddit page where they amass all the worst and the best of it. So I found a couple that I really want Ryan to look at here. And we'll get
text me the link.
We'll actually put a screen thing on here.
Yeah.
Well, we'll show you what this is right now because this is actually funny. Here, you want to...
Can you text me the link?
I'll text it to you, I suppose. I should have done this earlier.
I said it.
I said it. Let me text it to you right now.
Okay.
We'll skip over this. Okay. Open it up.
All right.
This is how we do it in the modern age.
So tell me. Start explaining.
Okay. Well, you'll see. You'll look it up. We'll put it right here. This is perhaps my favorite piece of artwork. This is a YouTube thumbnail saying the biggest things ever stolen. And in the background, it implies that this man stole the upper half of a mountain. And he's like,
but he's also dressed as like a burglar in like a cartoon with a ski mask.
He was going skiing.
Yeah.
He was like, what do you think he was on the mountain for?
But he went to the mountain to stick up the place.
Yeah.
He's like, put the mountaintop in the bag and no one gets hurt.
And I look at the look on his face. He's so scared that someone's gonna find out.
Like there was some old lady that spotted him as he was rounding the corner, and she considered calling the police.
And he's rounding the other side of the mountain. No. All right, I'm sending you a second one now.
All right, that's exciting.
This one though is a good. If you read it, do you have it right now?
Yeah, I got it.
I'm putting it up here. Julia Roberts' husband gained 280 pounds and looks disgusting now.
I'd click that.
If there was ever a way to get me to look, that's it right there.
He looks disgusting. Imagine how horrible you really need to look.
Yeah.
To describe someone as he looks disgusting.
To publicly go up and be like, okay, I'm not going to get any flack for saying this guy's disgusting, right?
Also, imagine gaining 280 pounds. 280 pounds being married to Julia Roberts.
It's a great comparison to me and Emily.
All right.
Let me start. The last one that I have here is this might be too sad, but I think it's really just shocking the thing here. Open this up right now.
Yeah.
I'm putting this up here. This is a picture of Jeffrey Epstein. This building in Seattle evacuated after dump truck slams into eater.
Oh no.
There we go.
I don't think this one needs any more.
This is nothing. What else do you say about it?
It literally covers all the bases.
Yeah.
It covers everything.
All your basic food groups here.
Yeah. Anyway, that was web fishing with Ephraim.
Web fishing with me. Hey, very nice.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Okay.
That was really beautiful.
Worked out better next time.
Much improved,
eh?
But anyway, that brings us
to our next segment.
What Ryan did wrong this week.
Hey, we're sticking with the name.
We're sticking with it. We don't have much of a choice.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody who knows, Ephraim spoke about his girlfriend. I have a girlfriend. Her name is Francesca.
Yeah.
I've dated her for over 5 years, 5.5 years, something. We've been dating for 30 years, just say, round it up. But yeah, no, I do a lot wrong. I'm a very difficult person to be around. You can contest that. My mother can contest that. Like everybody.
You're just listening to the same person. Twice.
Exactly. Everybody that I'm close to, I have maybe 2-3 people that I'm close to. Everyone knows that I'm a difficult person.
Okay.
Now, so I do a lot wrong. So she gave me 2 things this week. The first one is I'll read the exact text message. I go, what did I do wrong this week? And she said, you dropped your other girlfriend off at JFK, frowny face. And so I get that text one day.
Okay.
Hey, what are you doing at JFK? And I go, I'm not at JFK. I'm at home. And she goes, I have your location. When you're with someone for over 5 years, you share your location.
Yeah, you share your location.
Exactly. And I say, well, she goes, I see your location. You're at JFK. And I take a picture of my dog. And I say, really? Because it looks like I'm at home with my dog.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, well, why the heck are you at JFK? And so for whatever reason...
To be fair, you might have taken that picture of beforehand expecting her to do this.
Well, don't go blowing my cover now. But the truth of the matter is, for whatever reason, it must have messed up. My dad's, he's a sergeant for the Port Authority at JFK. He's a Port Authority cop. And so for whatever reason, the locations got fudged. I stopped sharing my location. I resent it. And she was like, okay, you're home.
Oh,
I thought you were dropping your other GF. At JFK. So now, that's number one.
Am I the other GF? Who am I?
That's all I thought.
Yeah.
that was my understanding. And the other one was, I get a text from her the other day.
Sure.
Because oh, well, perfect.
Well, hey there now.
Okay. Well, goodbye. Goodbye visuals. Now we immerse ourselves.
Look at this. Boom. Now he's a cartoon character.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So I get a text from her. She doesn't know how to use her credit card. She doesn't understand banking information. Neither do I. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
So she was asking me this. It says that I have a statement balance here, but I paid my credit card. Look, she's sending me screenshots of all her banking information. I said, you shouldn't trust me this much.
Okay. Yeah.
And so
you robbed her.
So I'm like, it says you paid your statement balance right there. It's all paid, all well, good stuff.
Yeah.
She goes, well, over here, if you scroll down 3 more pages, it shows that I did. It says statement balance, and it says, a couple $100, whatever, blah blah blah. And she's freaking out, and I go, no, that doesn't mean anything. And she goes, well, what's wrong with? And so I finally get short. I go, do you know what day it is? And she goes, yes. I go, tell me the date. And she goes, September 22nd or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I go, okay, that statement balance, what does it say? And she goes, statement balance. I go, okay, what date is next to it? And she goes, September 9th. And I go, well, is it September 9th anymore? And she goes, well, you don't have to get short. And I was like, well, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that but again, I have a very short fuse.
Oh.
But anyway, so yeah, she said that I got short. The second she goes, you got short with me when I was asking questions about my finances, my wealth, my estate. Oh. And then I said, okay, good. And she goes, need any others? So she's got plenty on deck. But anyway, that was what I did wrong this week. Thank you for checking that. But anyway,
I love Chesk. I think she's great.
She's definitely okay. No, I like her a lot. So we actually have a few more minutes before we close up with the scene.
With the scene.
But you know what? Let's hop into it.
Well, I don't know. Do you have anything you want to talk?
I have nothing. I'm
trying to think if there's anything. I mean, we could talk about.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the scene. All right, so now for our final segment of the day, we always like to improvise a quick scene, and
by always we're doing the second time.
Oh yeah. So you know what we're going to do? We do it for the first time. We do it. We did it last time. It's going to be a phone call again this time. I look away. I mean, I can't prove it, but I'm looking away from my phone. Ephraim can attest.
All right,
I typed in random things. I clicked it.
Mm-hmm.
I got you search. It didn't match anything.
Well, that's
so I'm gonna go like this. Do it again.
Okay.
Okay. Something came up.
All right.
Ready?
Okay. I gotta.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, I'm scared.
Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring.
Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Hi, I know this is a weird phone call.
Well, I don't think so.
This is going to come as a shock to you, but
okay.
I know you're only 23, I think, but
I am 23, yes.
Who is this? I'm your future child.
Oh my God.
Yes. I'm
Balthazar?
You did name me Balthazar, and I do resent you for it. But the year is 2064.
Okay.
I am also 23.
Wow.
And I wanted to.
When did I have you?
Oh, you had me. Well,
2064. 41.
Yeah.
That's some quick math.
Yeah, no, you actually just passed away yesterday.
Oh my God.
You did. You just passed away.
What happened to me?
You were eaten. You were eaten by one of your cats.
Oh.
Because you have
if there was ever a way to go.
You have 4 cats right now, right?
Yeah.
It's very weird. Again, how technology has changed in such a short time.
They're still alive.
They started growing again, your cats. It was actually Ralph. Ralph actually continued growing. They invented some medication. He continued growing,
and he got so big that he ate me.
It was very weird. Could
nobody do anything about this to prevent it?
In retrospect, I could have done more, but yes. It was just too fascinating to watch because you thought he was giving you a hug.
This sounds like it was a long, kind of grueling process, and nobody tried to help.
It took about 45 minutes from beginning to end. It was very grueling for you. You
Where were you? You were just watching.
I was in the living room, and you guys were in the den.
Okay.
And
those are two synonyms for the same.
Well, you've gotten very wealthy. Wealthy to the point where you have both a living room and a den.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, you live in
Timbuktu.
How did you know?
I'm gonna be me one day. I'll tell you.
You must have. Well, what? I'm just curious. What else did you have set in mind?
I had a lot of plans. Little Balthazar.
McDougal, Bernie.
Exactly. Well, for one, I always wanted to get around to starting that timeshare.
Okay.
Getting that timeshare in Europe.
Well, that's good.
Which I already live in Europe.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get another one.
Yes, Timbuktu,
Europe.
But anyway, you were probably wondering why I decided to call you
today. Yes.
You probably assume that it's because I missed you and I wanted to.
I'd like to think so.
Call upon you.
Yes.
But I just wanted to let you know that Mom has already found a new man.
Why would you call me to hurt me like this?
She felt like you should know.
Okay.
His name, she's dating Joe Biden. That's it. Okay, close out the show.
We can't end every one of these like that.
We're moving on.
Why is Joe Biden still alive? He's 2063.
He's taking the same medication that the cats were put on. He's now 8 feet tall.
I was eaten by Joe Biden.
You were eaten by Joe Biden.
Oh, Joe.
Close out the fucking
show.
show.
All right, let's close out the show. This is the Hear Me Out podcast. Thank you for tuning in once more. I'm Ephraim Burney. That figment over there is Ryan Quigley. We got new mics. We got no talent.
Still bad.
Yeah, camera's still bad though. And that'll be it for today. Okay, tune in next time.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening. Take care. Bye.